So he's done a bang-up job. I pulled some of those big sticks out. He saw me. He knew I wanted it chopped up. So he had refused to, but he saw me pulling the big sticks out, so he stayed at her. He did it 2 or 3 passes there. Poor little machine can only handle about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. Depends on how it can get twisted around. Not very often, but so we just threw them to the side. I'll just throw them out into the field after this squash get big enough, you know. Not big enough to start trailing, but big enough to handle if the branch brushes up against it or whatever. And then I'll have them chop it all again this fall. Like I said, there's a good part of it, maybe a 5th, maybe a 6th, that's ready to plant, full enough. And it's deeper and it needs to be in some areas. I could transfer it to another area. I think I could plant right up to those, where those 2 little walnuts are marked at the last trees before the forest. Then there's areas with a little bit of straw and manure-y stuff. I think I can get some corn in. I got red and blue corn. Red is 100 day and blue is 105. So if I plant them 2 weeks apart, I think I could get enough genetic isolation. I could get seed from both my red and blue, and I'll save the bantam maybe for next year. Or I'll slam some in at the home place. I got F1 over there. It's 73 days, so I should be able to isolate them. 73 and I think the bantam's 83 or 100 day. I don't know exactly. I can't remember right now off the top of the hat. Whatever, it'll save the seed. We'll have a place to isolate it next year. This whole place will be full planted next year. If we can just get some white clover, alsite, or mustard, anything in here, preferably white clover, because it'll be here. But gonna need a strip here. We're gonna hopefully find out these other people and take them over, but get nitrogen fixers at the kind of the high side and let it wash down, let it plume down to the low side and drive there and have them cut. I can spill some underneath those things. There's a few open spots. I can spill some in there, get it happening. That will make our line. I believe this area is completely off limit. These are building lots now. They may not be ever built. There's a guy building one here. He started. He's all excited. I haven't seen him for a month. But I don't have my eye on those pieces. They may never be built in my lifetime, but they are building lots. So these are just little 2 or 3 little meter wide properties, one after the other. Right between here and the major forest, there's probably 20 different properties, 2, 3, 4, 5 meters wide at most. So I think we could just swallow that whole line up. I'd love to start at the top and work my way down, but whatever, work at the bottom. It's really the same difference. So yeah, I'm really excited here. You see, I've got way wider here. I can kind of drive there. We'll do willow. That's what I said. Seal that off with willow, the property line, get our property line, define where we are, and then, be an area there. I want to chip them two meters wide to make nice for the willow. So if we go 3 meters wide of heavy chipping, then next we can drive there safely through the chip, and then you're ready to plant your princess emperor tree, your goji berry, whatever, right alongside that. Just keep moving slowly up, bring your productive species up from the bottom, and keep driving and minimum driving, of course, if you can, but you have to drive. You have to bring materials in, you have to bring plants in, you got to bring in some manure here and there, whatever, different spots. But we're going to do this with minimal amount of manure, self-mulching partially. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. When I've got the thickness, I'm going to get more stuff. Somebody's going to say, oh, I got a pile of stuff. can you come and take it away? And I'll say, sure. And I'm going to pile it up here. And then so mulch it again. So it's wonderful. There's a wonderful little property here. All going to be trees here in 10 years. Colonia is going to 60 feet high in 10 years.